Fire Arch playing up. Showdown is about to set South Africa ablaze. There's the roar from the crowd. And Duperdice, one of the first out. Here's London News in the middle of your picture. Red sleeves and red cap. But London News is clear by 4 with 100 to go. Tuarissimo's running on the outside, Sleep Machine. London News holding on. Dollar Fortune, Tuarissimo, Sleep Machine. London News just won the Rockmans. London News, Sleep Machine came flying on the outside.
There's no such thing as a curved bull with Douglas Whyte, but how different could your life have been if you'd have got up on Sleep Machine in 1996?
Yeah, it still hurts to think about it, but look, bygones are bygones, and I've moved on from that day. Still great to be back, and a lot of history, a lot of memories, and fond memories to say that. It's an honour and a privilege to have a race named after me.
I don't know who wrote the script, but you brought the word privilege into it. He also nearly ruined the party.
He did, but yeah, I had him tagged a long way out, and he was the pacemaker for me. But yeah, look, we'll leave privilege alone, and it is a privilege for me to be here.
For the record, for the uninitiated, 13 times consecutive Hong Kong Jockey Champion, something that I'm sure as a young man you couldn't possibly imagine.
I went to Hong Kong for 3 months, and I ended up there for 20 odd years, winning 13 premierships back to back. I just got hungrier and more determined to remain on top, and I found myself being my biggest competitor. So yeah, look, I was hungry and I wanted something, and I got it. Looking at Do It Again today, I don't know if you were here when he paraded for the Champions Cup. He looks like he could easily have raced today. You look like you could put on a set of silks and race today. Yeah, I don't think looks fool you. I've put on a couple of pounds, but I'm still... corset underneath there. Yeah. I'm still fit. I still ride my own work, and look, I love it. And I'd love to get out there if I could and ride around. So the stage of Hong Kong is a massive one. One doesn't really need to go anywhere else, but it's always nice to be able to go to a royal meeting or to Dubai or whatever the case may be. Is there anything in the pipeline for Douglas Whyte and his team this year? Yeah, look, I mean, I was one of the first trainers, or new trainers, to travel outside of Hong Kong, and I was very fortunate to have won with Russian Emperor. That's always been my desire, to travel and move around and go where the big boys are. If you haven't got a ticket, you can't win the race. So I've always been hungry to travel. I did that as a jockey, and I'll desperately be wanting to do that this season again. To have you here is such an honour. To get your name indelibly imprinted like one of your favourite human beings of all time, Mr. Benji Johnson. He absolutely loved you. I loved him like a second father, and he was a thorough gentleman of the whole industry. I think he put racing on the right map in South Africa. He's been a gentleman. I think what he did for the Jockeys Academy and just the racing industry on its own was phenomenal. How do you feel standing in this parade ring with all those gorgeous memories flooding back? Oh, it's special. It makes me go back 25, 30 years, and it really gives me a good feeling. So tied up really nice with with Lyle's and Hannah's wedding. Was there any other reason for you to come to South Africa? I needed to see my mum. Been a long time between drinks that I've seen her. She hasn't been that well health-wise, and she's not able to travel to Hong Kong anymore like she used to. So very important for me to come out here and see her as well. My son came with me, which was great. I haven't seen him for a while, and we got to spend some really good quality time together. And Shikara riding at the top of her game with some good horse flesh? Yeah, she would have loved to have come out, but unfortunately she's competing overseas, and she's loving what she's doing, so she's very committed. Douglas, I honestly believe that with you, less is more. We don't have to labour the issue. We're honoured and grateful to have you here. So thank you for joining us at Greyville today on this final day of the 23 season. Thank you very much. It's a privilege.